Can you briefly introduce yourself and your experience working with international students in Canada?
All right, I am Carlos, the International Student Advisor here in Prince Albert campus. I've been in this role for the last 2 years, and previous to that, I used to work as a settlement worker in the schools, high school and elementary school.
Thank you very much. What are some common challenges international students face when they arrive in Canada?
Well, one of the first challenges is to adapt to the culture. Students usually hang out with people from their own cultures, and they forget to try to get to meet people from the city they are. And adapting to a new culture is it's a difficult process that it takes some time. Some of us immigrants, we came with a different language and different traditions, from what we eat to the time where we eat, the way we interact socially. So understanding the Canadian culture, it takes some time. The financial part, of course, it's difficult. You don't need to be an international student to have financial difficulties, but when somebody arrives, sometimes they have an idea of how much money they're going to be spending, and then they get here and they realize they're actually spending more money than what they thought, and that brings financial struggles and also sometimes mental health situations, difficulties, right, that are very difficult to overcome sometimes. And then we are lucky that here at the institution we have counselors that they can always help the students with it. Renting, it could be a difficulty. Is not, I wouldn't say is a top difficulty in Prince Albert, as I think we have different options, but finding a place that really suits a student is not easy. We have a lot of students that they are renting in a place with too many other students. Sometimes it's their own choice because they want to save some money, and sometimes is what they were able to find, right? But one of the biggest issues with renting is that because you're a newcomer, you don't know exactly in which part of the city you are, how long it's going to take you to take a bus and get to the school, how long or how far are you going to be from the grocery stores, for example. So as a newcomer, when you arrive, you have all those questions that you need to find an answer on your own, and sometimes try to get to know people in the community is a very good answer to that, and they will be able to help you to send you to the right direction. And the other challenge that I see is the labor market. As an international student, the amount of hours that you can work is not friendly when looking for a job, as you can only work 20 hours a week, and then most of the positions that they are open, they are open for full-time and sometimes for part-time, but not as many as casual. So the labor market is not easy field to go through, and we are lucky that we do have many jobs available, but sometimes it's not easy to find exactly what you would like to work on. So I always tell the students, find a job first so you have a source of income, and then keep looking for something that you want to do.
Thank you very much. The last question is related to the last part of your answer. It's what advice do you have for international students adjusting to Canadian culture and lifestyle?
I will say volunteer, try to get into different clubs in the community. Sometimes finding a job or finding the right place to rent settling in a place. It means getting out of your comfort zone and mingle with people from the community. You are not always going to find a job just based on your resume. Sometimes getting to know the right people will open you some doors, and it's very important not to remain on your same cultural group, right? So if I came from let's say from Japan, and there are another 100 students from Japan, try not to just stay in that group, but you know, try to meet other cultural groups or other Canadians. So that will be my first advice: is meet people from Prince Albert. My second advice is exactly what I said: is try to find a job first that will be able to help you with all the expenses that you have. And it might not be what you dream of when coming over here, but not always in your life you're gonna be able to be completely happy with everything that you are doing, right? Everything, there is a process, and in this at the beginning of your journey over here, I think it is important to have some money in your pocket to be able to pay for your groceries, for your rent, for anything that you need. And at the same time, start looking for what it could give you a future in this place. So what a kind of job that you will be happy doing it over here, and hopefully you can start doing when you graduate. There is a long process. You are going to have some difficulties. You are going to fail at some point, and the most important part is to try to learn from those failures so you don't commit them again. I am not here because I was successful in everything that I have done in my life, and that's important to know, that you're not going to succeed, or I don't know anybody that really have succeeded in everything in life. Just keep working hard, and hopefully you're gonna have a good future in this place.
Thank you very much for your time and for all this information you have provided. We are sure it's going to help our students to come here.
You're welcome.